Welcome, Earth Signs, to your March 2025 reading. I'm doing it different this month. We're going to have all Taurus Virgo Capricorn together. I'm still doing the layout as per previous readings. So, connections, relationships, communications in this column, career, wealth, finance, goals and projects here, general life path information here, and then I'll pull separate signs cards for outcomes, best course of action and overall outcome. So getting into it, let's just first recap. If you joined me from TikTok and Instagram, you saw me pull the one card for each sign. This is Taurus, the world. I feel like a new path is opening up for you. The world at your command. The world is your oyster. That kind of feeling. It's opening up for you. There's a change. I'm getting this for actually all the signs. Is that there's a change coming. Maybe something has ended. Particularly Taurus, something has ended and you're about to take flight now. Something's really turning around for you, like good prosperity, opportunities, that sort of thing. For Virgo, you pulled your own card here. So that's coming into your own strength. I see you having taken time out, which will be starting in March, to really kind of ground yourself, reset. She's carrying the wand, which is passion. So I think you're finding your passions. You're clearing everything out, getting rid of other distractions, other influences, and getting a sense of what your passion is to go forward. And then finally, Capricorn, you got the Chariot, the card of Cancer, and you got these moon phases. And please note that the eclipses are happening through March during Virgo, the Virgo moon phase. So the lunar eclipse was on the 14th-ish, and the solar eclipse is happening around the 29th, I think it is. So I think these phases going through will be the reset for you, and then you'll really get underway, fast movement of something happening. So let's start off with the area of everyone. Your relationships, connections, communications. Challenged is the overall energy. You have the King of Water here. So the starting is someone who's in complete control of their emotions, fully at peace with things, very comfortable in who they are, what they feel, sharing their feelings, that kind of thing. You got that moon phase thing again. Could be relevant for you, Capricorn. But then we go into the Father. This is some grounding. This is almost some time out, consideration, which is a bit like the Hermit card here. Someone coming into their power. I feel like there was some real consideration and thought going into something. And again, holding the wand, the passion. This is really lining up for Virgo. Although you got the Father here, you've got this feline, kind of feminine energy watching over as like the protector. So there's a good balance here. And it ends with love. There's that rebirth. You got this kind of moth kind of figure at the top here, and you got butterflies here, and that is a rebirth, renewal. And it all seems to be based in love, with a focus on the solar plexus chakra. So could be important there. So whatever the challenge, sense of challenge might be in that energy, that might have been your point of stopping to consider. Take some time out, ground yourself. It really aligns with Virgo's energy there. And then when you fill your space with love, notice the moon comes back into it. Moon, moon. I feel like there's a passing of time. By the time you get to the end of this cycle, it's like, yeah, I've got a better sense of things now, understanding. And now I have a renewal, so I'll go forward and I can put all my emotions, my love into everything. So it looks pretty positive coming up. Just where necessary, take that time out to kind of ground and reset yourself. Let's get into career, wealth, finance, any goals and projects you might be working toward. Unreliable. And I was prompted to look at the number 9. So, why unreliable in your career, wealth, and finance area? Okay. Well, we have the 9 of 5 here, which seems pretty positive. So again, I feel like you tend to start in good places, whatever the initial energy is. Yeah, there's a strength of, yeah, certainly passion, and I almost want to say lust, but not really lust. Kind of vitality is maybe more what I mean, because there's more of a purity to it. And you notice it's coming out of the tree stump, so there's some earth energy in there as well. It's very grounded. Whatever this sort of intensity of passion, it is actually grounded. So you know how to utilize your passion without sort of being taken over by it and being corrupted. Then we have the 5 of fire, which is all like the 5 of wands. It's conflict type energy, being overswayed by passions and emotions, that sort of thing. So I guess you had a firm foundation on what you were working towards, but some kind of upheaval or unreliable state of affairs, information, whatever affected your career, your work, your financial goals, whatever was going on, led you into kind of swift reactions, passionate reactions, which may have been your downfall. But then we end with the scribe. And this is kind of like a deeper or higher connection. You've got the bee here, though, which is kind of an abundant and prosperous kind of energy. These are ibis birds. When I visited Sydney recently, I was told everyone refers to them as what was it? Basically like bin scabs. They like to go straight for the bins and pull out the trash to find something to eat or whatever. So I would say they're resourceful and opportunistic. So I think, and we've got the scarab here, here's the sign of intelligence. All this air energy is, because it is air energy here. So I think there are strong ideas. There's a lot of power in your thoughts. So I think it's your thoughts and ideas that are going to turn things around. You just need to ground yourself, and I think that's what this sort of time out energy is about for you as well. So your emotions, your connections, your passions, your career and work, your goals that you're working on are all kind of being influenced by a similar energy here. But it works out to be prosperous if you sort of trust in yourself and don't get swayed by sudden emotions and reactions. Here in your life path, this is general overall energies and any special messages from Spirit. Impulsive. Number 22, impulsive. which is kind of this energy, but let's see. You started with union. All your elements were sort of coming together. Earth, fire, water, air. Everything was sort of knotted together, your chakras in alignment. Again, you started in a very good, strong place. You had very firm ideas about things, where you wanted things to go. Your basically sense of self or grounding started quite strong. But then we got to the 5 of water. Again, you hit this kind of roadblock. 5, 5, 5. You see that? All your middle cards are 5. Everything in your life seems to have been affected at one time by this energy, and it's that hurdle. You may have been working up, but then you have this hurdle where things are just not quite right. The traditional 5 of cups is someone has 5 cups and 3 of them spill, and they're focused on these 3 cups that have spilled, and it's like, woe is me, I've just lost 3 cups full of emotion or whatever, liquid gold if you like, and so they're not focusing on the 2 full cups that they still have left. They're too busy bemoaning what they've lost. You need to get out of that energy of focusing on loss. You need to focusing on what you have and be grateful for it. And you see here, there is support around you. These 4 fishies are here to support you, but you're not acknowledging them. The light is shining, 4 rays of light. 4 fishy friends. Emotional connection and support is there for you. There's guidance, help to light the way out of these deep dark depths that you might be kind of sinking into after whatever your upheaval was. But destiny says there's a new path opening up here. Something unexplored, or like a new dimension to your life. You got a golden egg with a dragon wrapped around it. So there's wisdom here. Your wisdom is holding this golden egg. Your path to freedom and excelling, and your future fortunes and goodwill. You have the serpent, intelligence. There are horns here of power. See, they're earth-based, but also you have feathers, air-based, so you have strong thoughts. So we go back to here. You have strong thoughts, and you have good ideas that are going to be bountiful and plentiful. You just need to let them fly free, because you do have, it's in your nature. You are earth energy, to have that grounding, to be able to fly forth. And notice it's your third eye leading the way. Your regular eyes are blackened, so maybe not seeing things in the physical realm, but trusting your instincts and getting a sense of things for what they really are. So trust your instincts there, because it looks like you have a destiny to fulfill that's pretty great. So let's get into your outcomes. And that's pretty good, inspired. So hopefully this reading will inspire you. So let's start with Taurus here. Taurus's best course of action for March. 2 cards had to come out. The Maiden of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Okay. So this is like the Page of Cups and the 5 of Swords. So there's some sort of victory here, and you notice we have that sort of moth figure again with the skull on its back. And the noose, that's interesting. I feel like it's a time of relearning how to use your emotions. You started strong, in good control, a good sense of things, sense of self, maybe good boundaries, but you now need to sort of reset that. You're on a new cycle. So you need to learn anew and note your victories. yeah, be aware of your victories. Collect the reward you deserve. Just beware of getting caught in any traps. I think there may be traps of your own making. This is why you need to get yourself grounded and relearn to control your emotions, so you don't get sort of carried away and then caught in the noose. Because so long as you do that, that's not going to be a problem. Because you got the 5 swords, you can cut that noose anyway. But yeah, in order to fly free, make sure you do that. Virgo. Virgo's best course of action for March. What is Virgo's best course of action for March? I think it's you. 4 of Pentacles. It's that act as if energy. You're coming into something. Now, it could be Pentacles, like fortune, but it depends what your story is, what you're going through at the moment. You're coming into a new state of being, so get your headspace right. There's a sense of abundance and prosperousness with the bee, so I feel like it's positive going forward. Celebrate your wins again. But again, if, for example, it is to do with wealth and finance and fortunes, just for example, don't hoard the wins you have. You'll need to learn to sort of reinvest as appropriate. Otherwise, you'll just stay with 4 of Pentacles the whole time. This is a time for you to grow. You have a lot of directions you can go, a lot of options here. So this is where it's this period of you finding yourself, taking time out to find your passion will give you a sense of what direction to go in, and following that will lead you to greater fortunes, whether that be wealth, finance, that sort of thing, or emotional fortune, good connections and relationships, or anything else in life. Just take it as it fits your current situation and story. Now, Capricorn, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's pretty much where you're going. When it's your time, you've got to move. And again, you get those moon phases ever present. Your time's coming around. I think by the time of the solar eclipse, the end of March, you need to take action in whatever it is you're aiming for, and be prepared to just go into it fast. It's fast moving action. So, inspired. Trust your inspiration. Alright, I'll pull an overall outcome energy for all of you. Overall outcome energy for Earth signs for March. What is the outcome? Should you all follow the advice and take your best course of action? The Sage, wisdom, again, is holding the wand, the passion. Intelligence with the owl here. Strength, courage, ferocity of the wolf to follow through on those ideas and passions and the information learned. So yeah, this looks like a good outcome. Follow through on whatever you need to do, and you'll be the greater for it. So thank you so much for joining me, Earth Signs. Individual readings are available online or in person if you're around Melbourne, Australia, Greater Melbourne regions. Just hit me up on TikTok or Instagram, Moonshadow Psy, PSY, that is. Or click on the link at the bottom of this video in the description or in my bio. I hope to connect with you soon.